How are you doing, McKenna?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. We got to talk about that song. We really do. First of all, I want to know the video of it is so entertaining because you have my it's like attract, reattract. You put so much love on that lens that we laugh and giggle and get emotional with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I shot that in my bedroom because, my team wanted a music video for this song, but I was 2 weeks out of a spine surgery, so I was still figuring out how to get around and walk up and down my stairs and whatnot. And so one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? Instead of spending the day sitting in this chair, watching movies and recovering, I am going to shoot a music video and I'm going to edit it myself and I'm going to put it together and I'm going to send it to my label. And I did.
See that you need to put that on your resume now because doesn't that make you now a communication specialist? Now that you can do videos, you can write music, you're an actor. I mean, you can walk into a Home Depot now and say, "I want to be the person in charge of your advertising."
I'm an editor now. I'm an editor and a director and a writer. I'm gonna keep on expanding into all of these little areas and explore all of these little creative things.
But doesn't that open the door for you in a way that now when you're on the set of Handmaid's Tale, I mean, doesn't that when you look at those people behind those cameras, it's like I know what you're up to. Okay, who's going into editing next? It gives you an open view now.
I guess a little bit. I think that is definitely a lot different than me just on my little editing software for free on my computer for like 12 hours. But I mean, I write and I co-direct all of my music videos. This one was just a little different because I did it all myself and I was like out of spine surgery. I probably like was editing the music video on my pain
There you
meds
go.
because like my spine hurts. So hopefully it's not too wonky.
Don't you love the creative energy that constantly moves through you in the way that you didn't let the spine surgery knock you down? Where some people would sit there and and say, I'm done until I get fixed here," but you kept moving. You answered that creative call.
I think it's all in. For me, getting better after spine surgery was completely mind frame because, oh my gosh, in the first 2 weeks, I was like, I hate this. This was the worst decision I've ever made. I should have never had this surgery. I regret it. Like, I would not wish this recovery upon my worst enemy. And then eventually, I started feeling a little bit better and then a little bit more better. And now I'm a month out and I'm like, wow, that was the best decision I've ever made to have that surgery. But at the time, I was like, oh my God, I should have never done this. I regret it. This is horrible. But now I'm like, wow, that was the best decision I ever made. And so I think that it's totally about mind frame getting through that type of recovery.
Listeners need to understand that this is a surgery for scoliosis. They used to do scoliosis tests when I was in school. Do they even do that anymore? Because it is a serious situation.
I think that they do, but I'm homeschooled, so I didn't
Oh.
have like those types of tests. I've never gone to regular school, but my dad is an orthopedic surgeon by chance, and whenever he would hug me, like whenever I was younger, whenever I was 12, he'd like hug me and then he'd like feel my
Yep.
spine, and I'd be like,
Yep.
ew, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Don't do that, because it like felt all weird on my spine. But like my dad would eventually like examine my spine and do like the scoliosis check for me, and he'd be like, "Oh, yep, that's you. You have scoliosis." And I was like, "What?"
Yep. So when you write a song like this, the self dysmorphia, I mean, it's bearing your soul to the rest of the world. Is that hard to do? Because I'm a daily writer. It took me almost 10 years to finally, take that daily writing and share it.
Yeah, it's very scary. I had a lot of apprehensive feelings releasing this song. I honestly didn't really want to. I was really nervous and I was like, I don't want to put this out into the world. Gizmo, sorry, my dog was eating his own foot. Oh my gosh. But I didn't really want to put this out there because I was so nervous. But then I had my surgery and I I felt I don't know. I really hit rock bottom in my recovery. And then once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up. And right now I'm on the up and I'm the happiest I've like ever been for like the first time ever. And it feels so nice to say. And I, I look back at that time in my life because I wrote this song probably a year ago and some, but it, 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 it's weird to be able to look back on that and think, oh, I'm kind of on the other side finally. And so I released it solely because I wanted people to hopefully feel a little less alone if that's what they're going through, and know that it does not last forever if you don't let it.
The way that you write music and the way that you bring music forward, first of all, when a song is born, it's pen to paper, or you might have the musical instrument in front of you. When you come to now the video is released for the world to see and we're listening and singing with the song, that vibration, what does that do for you personally as a creative?
Um, Creating music
Just
or
the
listening to
whole
it?
experience. Because a lot of listeners don't understand the journey of a song.
Yeah, I mean, there it was interesting to create because I wanted to write a song about how I was feeling, but I did not want it to feel depressing.
Right.
And so I decided to write an upbeat song about how I was feeling, which was kind of funny. But I mean, the songwriting process is so wonky because you create things and you think that you'll never release them. And I remember whenever, oh my gosh, whenever we were writing this song, we were like, oh, this is, this is a dull day. This is kind of like, and this is an okay song. And then whenever we were recording it, we were like, oh my God, wait, I actually love this song. So it's funny. There's so many songs that you write and you think it's your favorite one, but then it never sees the light of day. But then somehow, miraculously, this one made it out. It made it out of the cutting room. And so, yeah, it's been about a year since I wrote it, and it's just kind of been sitting in my notes with like hundreds of other demos. But I don't know, this one felt a little bit important to release since I finally feel that I'm on the other side of these feelings, and it's something that I feel like I can talk about.
Well, you're speaking the street in the song. That's what I love about it. You talk about TikTok. You talk about the days that that you feel a little depressed and things like that. You're speaking the language that the rest of us are.
Yeah, it's really, for me, writing music and listening to music is free therapy, so it's hopefully my song can be that for someone else.
Oh, McKenna, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Oh my gosh, I would be lucky to come back anytime you'll have
Let's do it
me.
because I love talking about music, and we need to break down these songs as you release them.
All right, hey, I'm down.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you so, so much. Have a good one.